Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm standing up today at first because I wanted to introduce a beautiful piece of fabric. It's just amazing. The first time I tried this on, it was just awesome. It felt like I was wearing a cool, heavy jacket that was embracing me, and it gave me the feeling of empowerment, the feeling of luxury defined in clothing is Maurizio Baldassari. And he was a designer since 1975. Now he works with his two sons in Brera, the in Milano, in the heart of Milano, uh, capital of the fashion world. There, Maurizio Baldassari, he instituted his fashion empire, and since the 1980s, he has been making wonderful pieces of textile clothing for the true refined gentleman. Now he's developed and created this beautiful jacket, and this jacket is notched lapels, and it's pure virgin wool, and it comes in many colors. Many colors. It's absolutely beautiful. The buttons are shell. And I just want to open up the inside. It's actually absolutely beautiful. Amazing. So when I first tried this on at Harry Rosen, I was blown away by the sheer quality, the fabric. It's just awesome. It is an alternative to a suit jacket, a blazer. It's like a blazer style suit, and today I'm wearing it with these blue jeans, straight for 7 for Mankind. It's an affordable um, cotton type jean, and it is very high quality, and colors fade very rarely, and just amazing fit. Always straight fit for the gentleman who wants to have a sleek silhouette. And wanted to show you the shoes, the boots, I do believe, that I'm wearing here. And the boots are from, I'll post some pics, but they're from Carmina. And they're Goodyear welted in a museum type effect. The color and has been put together skillfully by artisans, and it has been the soles are leather, and it has been Goodyear welted, and has been well made. This boot is very affordable, and you can get them. Carmina is from Spain. It's an amazing company, and so the shirt is from another beautiful brand, and this brand here, the shirt is from Phil Petter from Austria. The the material is just beautiful. It breathes. The colors are amazing. Phil Petter from Austria creates a lot of beautiful men's clothing. And so that's what I wanted to begin with, because my channel is not just about fragrance, but it's about fashion. So I want to give a tribute to Maurizio Baldassari. And now we can begin with the main part of this fragrance review. And it's very exciting because this is one of my favorite fragrances. I love this fragrance. Now, I don't believe this perfumer needs an introduction, and might go into a bit later with my review of Creation E, which is one of my favorite fragrances in the world. I do believe it's a masterpiece, but today we are, and I ordered this straight from the website. No, to me, this was invaluable. It's discontinued now, by the way. This, I am sure, as you know from the title, what it is. It is Roja H, the exclusive Aoud. It comes in this green box. And it has that beautiful box that is likened to a gold-plated foil. And if you could see it up close, and I'm wearing it right now, and I just want to let you know that this perfume is a bomb. This perfume is magnificent. The power and the sillage, the projection it gets is outstanding. Roja parfums are worth every penny. They are valuable, and they're worth the money. Roja Dove is no, people can talk, and let them talk. But I'm gonna tell you something firsthand from a person who knows fragrance and is into fine quality fragrance. This is the real deal. This man knows what he's doing. He has an engraving here of his signature. It's gold-plated black, real Swarovski crystals. This has a significant amount of weight to it. And I'll show you the sprayer. See if I could get a good shot here of the spray. Hasn't been sprayed in a while. There you go. Oh, I'm gonna be smelling like that for till tomorrow or the next day. So this retailed for $6.95 USD, I believe, and I paid about 800 Canadian. And so that is Roja H, the exclusive. Now you might be wondering, what does it smell like? So I'm gonna just read the notes and get to the point here. I know my videos have been a little bit longer than usual, and I apologize for that, but I really appreciate your time, and I just love doing these reviews. It just it's a hobby of mine, and I don't do it to monetize or anything. I do it because I love it. I enjoy it. I like sharing this content with you. So it says, Roja Dove is an amber floral fragrance for men and women. H. Aoud was launched in 2014. The nose behind this is Roja Dove, and the top notes are cypriol oil or nagar matha, and Gurjun balsam, bergamot, and valerian. Middle notes are rose, oregano, nutmeg, jasmine, geranium. Base notes are patchouli, vetiver, agarwood, oud, lavdamon, birch, and benzoin. It says its composition provides an unusual blend of Gurjun, cypriol, and valerian, which aim to enable warmth and depth to the accords of patchouli and vetiver and oud wood. Refreshment of the composition is brought by bergamot, geranium, rose, and jasmine, while spicy twist originates from nutmeg and oregano. Additional warmth is provided by labdanum benzoin combined with birch tree as an additional decoration, a floral spicy heart of the composition. Now, really, my objective is to let the public know if and give the public an idea and help them understand maybe what they could possibly be getting into, or wanting to purchase, or whether it's worth their hard-earned money. What could the smell be like? If scent is subjective, then how can you know if it's good for you or not? Well, first of all, I do believe that a person should be aware of certain types of fragrances that are definitely not in their scent bubble, that really offend them. And if that type of note is found in a fragrance like this, if that note is found in the top notes, just don't even think about buying it. Just so you know, notes put together, like say for example, patchouli or labdanum put together with another note, that will make an accord. And an accord can make a scent or produce a scent that is almost completely different from the original note, but with nuances of the original note. So that's what an accord is. With this, I got the notes here, and I wanted to talk about the ones that stand out for a specific reason. Now, because it will give you a better idea of whether this is good for you, if this is for you or not. Now, when I first sprayed this, I did some research on these notes, and I try to think about how the top notes behave and the middle notes behave, and how the base notes all mix and work together at the end of a certain amount of time. And what I get from this, when you think about it, I get this fresh bergamot and almost like a fresh pine tree type smell. And I do believe that's coming from obviously the bergamot and the cyprio or nagarmotha. Now, I wanted to find out more about this geranium because I was quite curious about what it was, because after a little bit of time, it settles in with this beautiful sweetness. Now, I couldn't quite pinpoint it, but now I do. It's like, for some reason, I thought almost like it was like this sweet musky, you know, those dried banana chips, that type of sweetness. The dried banana chips you get from the store, they kind of smell like a bit like banana and vanilla, and I kind of got that bit of sweetness with, and there's some woods in this, and some greens. It's honestly, I read some reviews, and somebody said this is quite nonsense to me, because I think what's happening here is that some people are focusing on a negative chord, a negative note, and they're blowing it up in their minds. They're blowing it up, and that's all. That's they're constantly thinking about. So, but when you understand a fragrance, how it's made, then you can really start to decipher and pull apart the notes, and then you start to realize how complex and how beautiful it is. So I get the bergamot first from this. At first, it's beautiful, and but with the geranium. So what is this geranium? It says if you crush geranium leaf between your fingers, you smell citrus and fruity accents with a hint of spice and a rose smell, of course. Um, so geranium can also be mistaken for other types of roses, but it's a little bit, it's less powdery and more lemony. So this kind of can tell you a lot about what it's kind of like. Also, another within the middle notes of this, we got jasmine, and we got a little bit of patchouli in there, and so that's more in the base notes. But the patchouli kind of lifts up into the middle notes quite quite well. With the jasmine, it's jasmine from Grasse. It has a very charming quality to it. It's a pretty white star flower, and it is unique. It has a delicate balance. It's sweet, powdery, subtle scent, and its aromas are mixed with flowers and fruit make a particular prized flower. So it's very beautiful. But I could get that from the jasmine. It gives it this a delicate, a floral, pleasant vibe, and I do think that women would love that. Now, patchouli, on the other hand, it's quite polarizing fragrance. People seem to either love it or hate it. So if you don't like patchouli, maybe you could try this, but I'd get a decant or something. Has an earthy, spicy, and slightly sweet aroma. I think I get more of a sweeter type aroma from it. Others perceive it sometimes as being musty or herbal. I don't get too much of that. I get more of that sweet smell. And so in regards to the other notes, in the base, there's benzoin. Okay, I hope I said that's right. Benzoin. And this is a rich gum resin obtained from the bark of a group of trees called styrax that smells sweet and smooth like vanilla. And, so I can definitely smell that, and that's what's giving it a nice mix there. It says labdanum's odor is variously described as amber, animalic, sweet, fruity, woody, ambergris, dry, musky, or leathery. Now with labdanum, and which is in the base of this, this has a broad spectrum of different types of odors. You can make what you want from this, but I do believe that this is going to bring out an accord as to what I believe is a sweet, subtle, refreshing, gorgeous, a little bit musky scent, a little bit earthy with some woods. So another note here was Cyprio. I wanted to know what is Cyprio. Well, it says it's an emotionally calming essential oil. Cyprio is used in an aromatherapy for conditions of respiratory congestion, digestive issues, to improve circulation, with some sources regarding it as beneficial for relieving menstrual cramps, and use it to compress across the abdomen. It's used an earthy, leathery, slightly sweet and spicy aroma. That's what it is, earthy, leathery, slight, sweet, and spicy. Its oil is calming and grounding, ideal for use in perfume to augment meditation. And the last one I wanted to talk about was Gershom balsam. Now, the Gershom tree's resin produces a sweet, musky aroma used in countless high-end perfumes and skincare products. It's woody and aromatic. Gentian balsam essential oil envelops you in a feeling of a calm. Its an anti-inflammatory properties make it ideal for topical applications where it can help to reduce the signs of aging. In aromatherapy, the same qualities make it potent for respiratory support. So that's something in regards to Gentian balsam. So in regards to the projection, this is a beast. I rated a 10 out of 10. CH is a 10 out of 10. And the complexity of a fragrance, well, this is really subjective. I do believe that it's pretty intricate and complex. It has a wide variety of notes, and I could pull many apart because I understand really what they individually smell like. And presentation, well, obviously it's a 10. Wearability, I do believe possibly an 8. Some people might not like how this smells depending on whether they like patchouli or not. And birch tar, and also oud. However, you need to know that I've tried Aoud, H the exclusive Aoud. I have Sweetie Aoud, I'll talk about that some other time. I've tried Amber Aoud, the Crystal Edition and the Normal Edition. I've tried Musk Aoud. I have not tried Aoud, just the normal Aoud. And I've tried also the Musk Aoud Absolute Précieux. Unbelievable. You gotta try Musk Aoud Absolute Précieux. If you want refinement in a bottle, quality, that's a scent you have to try. Just gotta let you know one thing though, and I don't really like to be as, I like to tell it how it is. With the Absolute Précieux, the scent, the fragrance sits a little closer to the skin because of the higher concentration of oils. It doesn't project as far, and some people may perceive it as less, being as less strong than it really is after a certain amount of time. However, there's nothing, absolutely nothing, that compares to the elegance, refinement, and quality, intricacy, and complexity of that fragrance, Musk Aoud Absolute Précieux. I bought the bottle retail. It cost me $1,200, and I ended up selling it to acquire other fragrances, but I regret it. The presentation is absolutely gorgeous. Roja does an amazing job with his caps. They, the Crystal Swarovski, make your collection jewelry pieces, and I don't believe it's a good idea to have them exposed all the time to light, because it can in the long run deteriorate your fragrances and change the quality and the strength of the oils inside of them. But yes, they're nice to have as items that you can see. They're absolutely gorgeous. I really love this one. This is one that as you can see, I've almost used to the end, and I will never sell. Aoud. This is a 10 out of 10. And I give a tribute to Roja Dove. That's why I wore some of the best clothing I have today, because Mr. Roja Dove loves his jewelry. I love how he speaks. You gotta see his videos. He's a true gentleman and very kind. Just watch his video on Aoud's, and his story on how he put them together. Uh, you truly learn to appreciate him and his creations, and understand why they are costly. And also, I would suggest to get them when they go on sale, and to save up for them. So this is my review. Thank you very much. I won't take much of your time today, and once again, thank you, and have a good evening.